Now, what's the difference between an elastic demand and an inelastic demand? I've drawn in red a line that starts at 0 and goes to the right to infinity, and I mark where 1 is on that. Elasticity is going to be a number between 0 and infinity, or at least the absolute value of elasticity will be between 0 and infinity. If elasticity is 0, it means that a change in price has absolutely no effect on the quantity demanded. But as the demand becomes more elastic, we move to the right along the this number line. We become more elastic. And we move to the left, it becomes less elastic. If we go, for example, from here we've got 4 down to 3, that means the demand has become less elastic. Well, we categorize different regions of this demand, of this number line. When the when the absolute value is between 0 and 1, we say the demand is inelastic. If it's between 1 and infinity, we say the demand is elastic. If it happens to be right on 1, we say it's unitary elastic. If it's 0, it's perfectly inelastic. And if it's infinite, we say the demand is perfectly elastic. Now, it turns out that whether the demand is elastic or inelastic determines what happens to total revenue when the firm decreases its price. Total revenue is price times the quantity sold. It refers to the amount of revenue the firm brings in when it sells its output. Total revenue is not profit. It's merely income. It's the flow of dollars in when consumers purchase goods. To determine profit, you've got to subtract total cost from total revenue. And we're also making an assumption here that the firm charges only one price for the product it's selling. And in fact, it's only selling one product at a single price. Well, the law of demand says that when the price goes up, the quantity demanded and quantity sold is going to go down. You can see right away when you're multiplying two things, when one increases, the other decreases, the effect on the product is going to be indeterminate, the question mark. Let's talk about it. What if the demand is elastic? That means when you increase price, the quantity demand is going to go down a lot. Well, if you multiply a small increase in price by a big decrease in quantity, you can tell right away that the quantity is going to fall. So when the demand is elastic, an increase in price leads to a decrease in total revenue. On the other hand, if the demand is inelastic, when you increase price, the quantity is going to fall a little bit. If you multiply a big increase in price by a small decrease in quantity, you'll get an increase in the product, and therefore total revenue will rise. So when demand is elastic, an increase in price lowers total revenue. When demand is inelastic, an increase in price increases total revenue. Now, what happens when the firm increases its price? If the demand is elastic, then a decrease in price will lead to a small increase in quantity sold, and therefore the product and total revenue will decrease. We can summarize all this on the on our number line. The demand is elastic between 0 and 1 over this region. When price goes up, the total revenue will rise. When price goes down, total revenue will fall. When demand is elastic, an increase in price will make total revenue decrease, and a decrease in price will make total revenue go up. If the demand happens to be right at 1, or elasticity happens to be right at 1, then a change in price will not affect total revenue. Let's think a little bit. Who's more likely to be in this inelastic demand category? A large oil company or a small or a gasoline station in Richmond, Virginia? I suspect that the large oil company faces a more inelastic demand because it has fewer competitors and therefore may think about raising price to increase total revenue. The small gasoline station is more likely to be inelastic, face elastic demand because it has lots of customers, lots of competition. It might be able to increase total revenue by cutting its price. We'll talk more about this later on in the semester.